This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida State's offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him. Sometimes you play zone. Mix it up. Give different looks because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
The Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The give is to Williams. Got room to work. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. To the air, it's Castellanos. That's caught. It's McLaughlin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They kick it away on 4th down. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Wake Forest offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hernandez. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. That's caught. It's White. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I think early in the game, you can really set the tone. You got the completion. You set up a manageable 4th down situation. Do I want to be aggressive? Do I want to show them I'm willing to go for it on 4th down? I got a great opportunity right here.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man down the middle. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Pulls it, fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The Seminoles will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Hernandez. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hernandez. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got an open man. He's loose. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
The Demon Deacons are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Damon Deeks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Using his feet to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Pittman. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McLaughlin. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Williams. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Claiborne. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that 1st down. Nice job, great nose for the 1st down.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man, it's White. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Noles are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll ride Davis here. Creates a little room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. They've got the screen set up. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the 1st. What do?
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
With the catch, it's Robinson. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Knowles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give on the inside. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Demon Deacons in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Using his legs, it's Claiborne. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He would love, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. To the air, it's Castellanos. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Seminoles will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hernandez. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And his throw is incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And that one's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Demon Deacons have pushed it inside the 20. To the air on first down. He's got him still on his feet. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. And the Demon Deacons had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.